How sweet it is to be loved by you nerds. What is up? It's me, your buddy pal, HeyArcher. Welcome back to HeyArcher Live here on Nerd Affiliated. I am so happy to have all of you here today. I'm looking at this cool thing happening with the drink there. Oh, now it balanced out. I have those like whiskey cubes. So I put it into this Nerd Affiliated pint glass that is not for sale. I did it to see how it came out. It took too long to get it, so it's not for sale. It's a one of one. Anyway, it was cool because the whiskey sat on top of the cube, and then it like kind of went down the side. It was a thing. It was a thing. But you are here for, you don't care about that. You're here for nerdy coffee. Wow. You don't care about that. You're here for HeyArcher Live, your Thursday night prep for the weekend, where we sit back, relax. I said we sit back, relax, and pour ourselves just a little bit of,
more specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
and we shoot the breeze. We shoot the breeze and have a good time. I've not seen Fast X yet, not since we last all talked. I don't know anybody who's seen Fast X. That's the wild part. It's wild. So that's all I got there. Yeah, we could talk about the Hortel. It's the Star Wars Galactic Hortel Galaxy Quest thing that's all canceled out. El Taible. But as you can see, we're talking about whatever it is you guys want to talk about. If you got a YouTube channel, a podcast, a blog, a vlog, an OnlyFans, a newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put in the chat, support one another, plug yo shit. I missed the drum roll. Holy shit.
Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
I swore we were at the end of the song where the drum roll was going to happen. And then I looked at the timer here and I didn't see anything. So I was like, oh no, we got more time. We didn't. And I missed the drum roll. I don't think I've missed a drum roll in like 2 years. I got it. Hang on. Plug yo shit. We have a good show in store for all of you. So sit back, relax, and let's just get right to it. So as I say every week, see, I'm way off. I'm way off. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be fun. And without further ado,
Boo! Boo! Rubbish! Filth! Slime! Muck! Boo! Boo! Boo!
it hurt, man. That hurt. I just feel like we got off to a bad start there. It's come on. Anyway, you guys are here. That's all that matters. Phil in the house. Good to see ya. Consult the blind guy. Whoa, it's been a hot minute, bro. How you been? How you doing? Rambling Nerd in the house. Anthony's there. Mark is there. Good to see ya. Dave's Dimension in the house. I think it's party time. Raise a drink to our host. There you go. Raise a drink to all of you. There you go. Yeah, pint glass. Yeah, so I made this. I want to say about a month ago, right? Every month I look at different options for some cool merch, which if you want some cool merch, nerdaffiliated.com is where you can get some. I mess around with some designs. I make some things. I actually have a giant Nerd Affiliated flag behind the door here. I got to use it for something. But I mess around with things. But part of the thing I mess around with is seeing how long it takes from the ship and the quality when they arrive. And this pint glass with the logo, one, I feel like this logo will rub off after a couple washes, I just feel it. But also, it took like 3 weeks maybe to arrive because this ships from overseas for some reason, where other things ship domestic. So I was like, you know what? I don't want somebody to pay, good money for this. It's glass. So it's going to cost extra to ship. By the time you get it, you probably forgot about it. God forbid it broke in transit. So I said, nah. But yeah, cheers to all of you. One more time.
What?
One more time. We're going to roll
What?
with a little.
More specifically, vodka, whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Maybe I should make a Austin themed shirt. That'd be cool. Yeah, the hotel. Come on, it sounds right. It just sounds right. In case anybody doesn't know what Mark's talking about, anytime I was saying the Star Wars hotel, I kept saying Hortel by mistake. But is it a mistake? Who knows? Legacy in the house. Good to see you, brother. Oh, look at that. I got so many good folks here. Got into that Amazon influencer. Hey, look at that. Sal in the house too. Patrick's arrived. There you go. Nice. Everybody's here. So yeah, as I mentioned, nerdaffiliated.com, all sorts of cool stuff. Unfortunately, not the pint glass. I don't know. If you guys want the pint glass, maybe at some point, maybe I'll do a poll or something. If you want it, limited release, I'll put it up there and we'll see. But, yeah, nerdaffiliated.com. Get the other stuff for now. Also, you can see up there, super chat options, of course, help the channel. But I would love it if you guys joined the Nerd Foundation for 99 cents a month. You can keep your boy off the streets and get links to join live shows. There's a link right now in the members only community tab. So that is one of the perks there. There's also a new perk. I'm just going to pull this up. I'm just going to run a straight up commercial right now. Sorry, not sorry. Hang on. Let's, where are we at? Where are we at here? YouTube and join button. All right. Let's move this over here. Boom. So, 99 cents a month. Get some badges, of course. You get member shout outs in every single video as long as I remember. Exclusive gifts. I got to work on that. I got to make some gifts. Early access videos. I kind of want to start doing that more often too, but I feel like everybody watches it at the same time. But also links to join the live streams. Another thing, under the $2.99, you get unlimited 10% off nerdaffiliated.com. And something we've not done yet is have somebody actually join a podcast. So a pre-recorded episode where you are a guest. That can happen if you join the $2.99 membership. So that's what we got. Today. But somebody has clicked the link. We have somebody who's trying to join us. Ladies and germs, freaks and geeks. Who says that? Oh, Nick says that on Do You Speak Geek. Shout out Do You Speak Geek. We have the one, the only, the one who's never on camera himself. Anthony has joined the arena. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm good. The question is, can you hear me?
We can hear you. I might be
Son
too
of a
loud.
bitch.
I might be too loud over you, so I'll change that. What's up, man?
I decided to do a last minute tech check, and I figured, what the hell, going live is the way to do it, right?
It is. That is true. Live
I
is
can
the best experiment.
Okay. So, all right, so that worked. This thing works for a live anyway.
Yep.
Not for much else right now.
That's all right. Trying to get this. Now my thing's all jacked up. I'm trying to get the comments on screen again. They disappeared. So weird. So bizarre. That's the show. That's how it works.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Figures. Well, if mine had messed up, then the chat would still be working. So I apologize, everybody.
You did it. You joined, and then all of a sudden my chat went away. Unbelievable. I don't think you
So
can.
yeah, I haven't seen Fast X, and I am in no way ever going to do that.
You're not going to see Fast X? It's not going to happen?
I'm not paying any money. Like, I'm not paying extra money. Like, when it eventually comes to HBO, I'm sure I'll turn it on and off frequently.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not paying to go to. I'm definitely not going to a theater to see it. But yeah.
Do it, huh? I don't. Why the hate? I mean, the biggest action franchise of our era. I mean, they got to run like 30 deep on this thing.
Yeah. Well, when all the spin-offs and everything are added up, yeah, I'm sure it will be 30 deep.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it. It's just that, it's way too ridiculous considering where it started. They're just superheroes now, and they do crazy shit in their cars that, the frame of the car bends and they're out of commission. But no, not really, because it's Hollywood. So,
well, let's see. Hang on. Let's see if this works. I'm going to switch over to the HeyArcher Instagram.
Ooh, that's a lovely pinned photo you have there.
It is. I don't remember what it is. Where are you at? First of all, shout out to Andre 3000, the man that we all want to be. Do you know who this? You know who this is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just making sure. In case anybody else at home doesn't know, member of Outcast, Andre 3000. He's living his best life now. He gets randomly spotted around the world in airports with just instruments. He just travels around just playing instruments. Does not care. Does not need to care because he's that rich. Shout out to that man. Where is it? Did I not share it on my Instagram?
You did, because I was about to bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on. What'd you do? Did you share it like too long ago and it got erased?
Strong possibility. I think it may have been on the Nerd affiliated Instagram. This seems like a plug on purpose, but it's not, I swear. And then I'll figure out how to get the chat back on. I like that now on Instagram, you can pause if you're looking at. Here it is. Found it. All right. So let's see if you guys can hear it. Let me get my sound meter up here. Where are you at? There you go. Just so I know you guys can hear it.
Finale, the sooner I can launch all the spin-offs. Spin-off? Spin-off? Did someone say spin-off?
So I'll play from the start, because I think we missed part of it there, just so you guys can. First of all, shout out Michael Keaton, Batman, another hot toy coming down the pipe. But
the sooner I deliver the finale, the sooner I can launch all the spin-offs. Spin-off? Spin-off? Did someone say spin-off?
Did you guys hear that? That came through?
I mean, I heard it, but I have my TV muted right now.
Oh. Well, I also forgot to switch the camera. So I'll do it one more time and I'll switch it for you guys.
The sooner I deliver the finale, the sooner I can launch all the spin-offs. Spin-off? Spin-off? Did someone say spin-off?
I love that his shirt is also on fire. Shout out that
Well,
man.
everything's on fire, right? Fire is heat. Heat rises. They want the cars to be lighter and faster, so they set the cars on fire to make them lighter and faster, right?
Yeah.
They're not full of a combustible material at all.
Yeah, not at all. Not even
Science.
one. Shout out Dave, by the way. Yeah, 10 likes. We only or 4 likes, 10 watchers. Let's get those numbers up. Chico. What was it? Ejecto Cito Chico. Is that what it was?
That's a good
Too
question.
Fast, Too Furious?
I know I should know this, but
Somebody correct
was
me.
that it?
Ejecto Cito, cuz. That's what it was. Cuz. K-Walk in the house. Good to see you. And Sal says here, what do we got? Why is it not showing on this screen? I'll fix that. I finally got into Kingsman. That is a much better action series than Fast. What do you think on that one?
Just by the way, real quick, I want to give a quick shout out if I can. Hello to Kennedy, Sal's Volume 1. She's watching tonight
Hey,
too. I was just informed. So, hi,
look at
Kennedy.
that.
Don't stay up too late and probably don't listen to the entire show. Probably.
Do I have to limit my cursing now?
I mean, I have to, and all I want to do is use the F word right now, which stands for family, Kennedy.
Family.
Family. Oh, okay. That can be the game for tonight. Every time you're about to curse, just say family.
do I need a family button?
Yes. Oh
I
my
think I need a
God,
family
yes.
button.
To answer your question, I'd say they're both ridiculous, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with the ridiculous family stuff that happens in. See, I caught myself already in Kingsman
Uh,
versus Fast and the Furious.
okay.
I don't know why, but I just stand probably because it's supposed to be a spy movie and it just, it's over the top. They introduce it that way. And, not to beat a dead horse, way, 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 way back when in the early 2000s, when I saw the Fast and the Furious in the movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
it was more or less pretty grounded just driving.
Yep.
Like, okay, they did the cool thing where like the car went under a semi, and I'm pretty sure if there was an internet and TikTok and everything, that would have been a TikTok trend, and you would have had a lot of people without roofs and heads. But
That's a really good point, actually.
I mean, oh my God, we are actually so lucky that there wasn't one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was introduced so grounded and like to where it went off versus Kingsman, which kind of started things at like a 10
Mm-hmm.
action wise, and it just
Mm-hmm.
went from there. So I'm more okay with Kingsman than I am with Fast and Furious doing all the crazy stuff that they do.
I can agree with that statement. I think I can agree with that statement. I saw. I'll come back up. Where was it? Here we go. Lenny in the house. Good to see you, brother. I didn't enjoy the second Kingsman. I agree. That movie is so. Oh wait, no. 3. The third one. Second one is not that good either, but 3 is so bad that
The
I
third
feel like it
is
killed the
like a
franchise.
prequel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not it's the King's Man, but yeah.
The King's Man. Yeah, it is absolutely terrible. Let me see if I can find you guys like a picture so you could see.
So I actually saw those first two movies out of order. I saw The Golden Circle in theaters,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, "Oh my God!" Like, and the same thing. I was like, "Wow, this is like some crazy stuff going on, like
Yeah,
action wise." And I was like, and then I went. I was like, "I wonder how the first one was. If it was," and then it was just like, "Nope, that is just as crazy." So I was like, "Okay, but at least it's consistent."
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like it doesn't go like somebody posted a review and they were like, or no, you posted it where it was like, where did you lose? Where did the Fast and the Furious franchise lose you?
Yeah.
And I didn't even remember this, but apparently there's a scene where Dom like basically catches a car.
Yeah,
Was that
yeah,
you who
yeah.
posted it? Yeah, he's
No,
car
but I saw it
surfing.
today. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's car surfing. I don't know. I guess it's the one. I think it's probably the one where he went quote unquote bad for like the first two acts of the movie. But yeah, he catches a car, and then I always say that where they completely lost me was when he chucked himself out of his Barracuda. I think it was a Barracuda, or no, maybe it was a Plymouth something. The car that has the gigantic fin, like that goes up, comes across, and goes back down, like
Mm-hmm.
sticks way up. I can't remember the make of the car properly. Somebody help me out. But where when Letty is a bad guy, and he chucks himself out the front window, flies through the air,
Oh,
catches her midair,
yeah,
lands on a car. The fact that he didn't like slice her in half or break her back, and then he lands on the car. That's where I went. Okay, this whole franchise. They're all superheroes. They all can't die. That's where they lost me.
yeah. So I
And
think
if the
this is the
catching the
scene
car thing
here.
is after that, I'm surprised somebody could hang on that long. Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Oh, but then there's a part where he throws it back.
Wait
I
a
think
minute. Was that even Dom? Because actually, the guy who caught that car is totally dead.
they fight. He throws him off. Hang on, I'm gonna switch here just so.
For K-Walk in the chat, I got lost way. I mean, they went to space in Fast 9, and yeah, that totally lost me. But I'm just saying,
Oh, you're right. That
I've been
wasn't
lost
Dom.
since like way before. Well, okay, so maybe I was wrong then, because I thought I saw a clip
I think we
Dom
all
catches it.
thought this
We all
was
thought it
Dom.
was Dom.
This is what happens.
Okay. Oh, you know what? We were bald guy racist.
We were
guess.
bald guy
Bald
racists.
And that's horrible because, we have some bald guys in the membership.
We do.
Sorry,
We do.
guys. We'll try to be better.
And then the scene that you're talking about, I think universally, the scene you were talking about is the one that most people were like, all right, this is kind of wild. Here we go. So we're on the highway. This is Fast 6. She launches, he catches her in the windshield. Yeah.
Yeah. She, okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think that's the
And again,
one.
he doesn't even say ow.
Yeah. Just to catch up real quick. Yeah, it makes sense. No money for Fast. Kingsman. Yeah, so Fast 1, Fast and Furious, Point Break. Point Break with cars, and it was great. It was simple. People got hurt. I mean, he rolled his car and barely survived that thing. Fast and Furious has jumped the shark while the shark jumps over another shark. That's pretty funny.
The Fast and the Furious franchise has become the meme. It's a velociraptor with twin machine guns riding a shark in the ocean doing all. Anybody remember that meme? That's the meme.
Yeah.
That's what the franchise has become. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But hey,
and
Legacy
it's
makes a
probably
point.
stupid fun.
Yeah. I think it knows what it is. And I think that was very evident in the last movie. And for some people, they're just like, you know what? Date night, want to go out and watch something that we know will entertain us. I'm going to go watch Fast. It doesn't even matter. Like people, I think it's at the point now. I almost dropped the spoiler that I saw online. I stopped myself. I caught myself because I know you guys definitely don't want spoilers for Fast. But it's at the point where people can watch the movie, forget if they even saw the last one. And if there's a character on screen that we're all pretty sure died before, they don't even question if the person should be alive because they probably already forgot the person died a movie ago, 2 movies ago, whatever amount of movies, So
yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. I've heard. I don't care. So I've watched a spoiler video, and I heard some stuff to that effect, and I was like, I don't even know why. Like in a moment, I caught myself. I was like, oh, that's bull. And then I was just like, wait, why am I surprised, and why do I care?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
By the way, nobody can see it, but I can see your camera's on. So just
okay. Well, it's the back. So to talk tech real quick, and it's my back camera. You're looking at comic books.
Oh.
So I have those DJI mics, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the problem was like I think last time I joined, I was on my iPhone and I probably could have done it either way. I just didn't pick, I defaulted out of habit, I just picked my AirPods as the microphone. But this time I had the option to pick I forget what it labeled. I don't know if it said DJI, but I was able to pick the external microphone as the microphone tonight. And thankfully your audio is still streaming through my AirPods, so I can hear you. Hopefully on the playback I sound better because I have the mic pinned to my tit. And I mean, there's no other thing to call it. And so yeah, hopefully some of that tech issue is resolved.
So are you saying we're starting the OnlyFans? Is that what you just announced for everybody here?
Yeah, I have DJI mics that came 2 to a case, so I can cover each nipple, and we can go from there.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'll definitely boost the revenue of the channel. That's for sure.
Somebody wants to see hairy nipples with microphones over them. There's a niche for everything. Niche, sorry.
There is. Oh God, the things we get into on the show.
Indeed.
So yesterday I was streaming the PlayStation showcase, and the game that everybody was waiting for was Spider-Man 2 for PS5 with good old Miles Morales and Peter Parker. Now, as a fellow casual gamer, You're probably even more casual than I am because I don't think you even have a next gen system. But did anything you saw make you want to actually go out and like grab a new system to actually play the game, or you're kind of like, whatever?
Well, I had to leave early, but obviously the Spider-Man one, I was just like, ooh, but it's not enough to make me go out and buy it just because I know me. I'm gonna play it. I'll get the expansion packs if there are any, and then eventually that'll be it.
Yeah,
However, you and I have a casual friend who thankfully does invest in video game systems.
he does.
So I may just go in with him, and I'm over his house all the time anyway. I could just probably, I honestly, like, if I didn't get my own Peloton, I probably could have just started using theirs and like gone in whenever I wanted. And I
Yeah,
don't think him, his wife, or his kids would have even batted an eye because
fair.
we're just, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the Spider-Man game, the graphics, the clips I saw, the trailer, all looked cool, and that really interested me. But like, I think I was there for like what the first 20 minutes of it.
Mm-hmm.
That like none of that grabbed me. I was just like, some of it, I was just like, what am I? I thought it was just anime. I thought it was like a just straight anime movie because they're
Mm-hmm.
just obviously the cutscenes that they were showing. And then when I realized it was a game, it didn't really seem like anything. Like I said, for the first 20 minutes, there was nothing that made me run out and grab want to run out and grab a system for like what, 500 or 600 bucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I'm actually going to run out and get a new iPad so I can help you with video editing. So
hey,
that's where
let's
my
go.
money's going.
So, I mean, when I saw this trailer, like this scene in particular, like I love this scene. Like that looks sick, right? And I was like, this needs to be like a movie. Like, give me an animated movie that takes the violence to this level when it comes to a symbiote suit Peter Parker. Like, I think that'd be awesome. And then you get to, this scene's here when they're in the Hudson. First of all, I love the idea that they're using the webbed wings for Spider-Man. Nice throwback.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like all this stuff, like this could be a dope movie, TV show, something.
100%. The
Yeah.
Arkham games, they could have, like, those cutaways could have been a crazy movie too.
Yeah.
They're missing the opportunity for a dual income, and considering that, I feel like some of these games, like the amount of money that they cost, and I keep hearing that, what was one game? Oh, Gotham Knights. Like,
Mhm.
didn't that completely just like shit the bed?
Oh
Ooh, I
yeah.
hope Kennedy's not there. It family the bed. Okay, the game was terrible, but the cutaways, they put so much time and effort in these cutaways. Like, just release that as the movie.
Mhm.
I know people like us do it on YouTube because I've seen like a 2-hour cut of Arkham Asylum, but it also includes some like of the guy playing and fighting through, and then also all the cutscenes. So,
Mhm. Mhm.
but yeah, no, that stuff looks amazing, and if that's actually how the gameplay is, because I always hated that like little description at the bottom. I'd see a commercial and then I'd be like, oh, that looks really cool, but then it's a not actual gameplay,
Yeah.
or like not. Or like they phrase it some way to let you know like it's not going to look that smooth when you're actually trying to do the move in the game. So that was
Mhm.
always a little disappointing.
I've talked on the channel and I've shown before the Star Wars cinematics and how awesome they are, how we want all that stuff. In the Batman world, I think the one clip that always gets people going is this one from the Arkham Origins game.
Yes.
I'll
Yep.
let it play out I'll put some sound on. Yeah. I mean, even if this is done, yeah, so good. Like even if this is done in like the old school 2D, I'd be so down.
Yeah. No, this cinematic looked amazing, and like I watch this sometimes just for the hell of it because
What I do?
well, lost everything. You know, everybody like when Affleck was announcing his movie, saying it was going to be him versus Deathstroke. I remember everybody was just like, "It has to have a scene like this, otherwise it's don't even bother doing it."
Yeah.
And they were right.
Not so fast, Deathstroke. He's my kill.
I mean, I didn't play it. Did you actually like this game or not really?
So I actually really wanted to play this game. I still want to play this game, but this came out for, I want to say, PlayStation 3. And when I got my 4, they didn't have it like on that. And even now with the 5, I don't think they moved it over to that. But it also didn't get as good reviews. Like, people were not digging it as much. Different voice actors too. Like, it wasn't Mark Hamill. It wasn't Kevin Conroy, because they're supposed to be like younger.
Right.
But I mean, the cinematic was great. People were hyped for it. They played it. They're like, I'm gonna wait for Arkham Knight, because this one came out after Arkham City and before Arkham Knight.
Right. It was in a weird
order
space.
Yeah. What's up, General
You know what
Kenobi? Good to
game-
see you. Marvelous.
General, good evening. I think I said it in the chat yesterday during PlayStation, or somebody else said it, and I actually knew about it. There was a Spider-Man Web of Shadows game for I just looked it up. Like, PlayStation 3 was like the latest, or like the more advanced system that it was supposed to be played on. I didn't have that. My cousin had PlayStation 2, and I didn't know anything about anything. And it was weird. Like, if you bought the PlayStation 2 version, it didn't have anything that the PlayStation 3 version was supposed to have in terms of like story or anything. It was just like, so like the story real quick is basically like he's fighting Venom one time, and then parts of the symbiote, not all of it, but parts of the Venom symbiote go back onto him. So it's him with his own symbiote suit again, but Venom is still out there. And then the symbiotes infect the city and stuff like that. But yeah, it was weird because I got let's be real, I got it for myself for Christmas, but I addressed it to my cousin. And what do you call it? Yeah, the PlayStation 2 version just had none of the same effects. It was kind of like Mortal Kombat, where it's basically, if I'm remembering right, it was basically like, pick two characters and fight. There was no real story. There was no nothing for the latest version. So that was just very disappointing. And then I remember hearing that this game apparently got like terrible reviews, but this was years ago, so I don't remember. I've never played it or met anybody who's played it, so I can't say if they hold water.
Yeah. I loved Luke Cage in that. I also loved that all these dudes are just blasting. The guy at an RPG, the other
Wow.
The guys on the sides have
Shooting each other.
RPGs from 3 feet away. That is
I guess
amazing.
this one was rated E for everyone.
It was rated E for everyone, yeah. I love that. And Aaron, shout out to Aaron in the chat. He made a good point. It was a different studio that did the Arkham Origins. I remember that now.
Yeah,
So
that was
also hurt it.
Rocksteady did the main one, and I think who did Origins? Was it like EA Games or something?
Let's see.
I can Google it, just not as fast as you can.
Arkham
You're gonna win.
Origins. You don't know. WB Games Montreal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, didn't hold water. Not at all. By the way, General Kenobi is currently at ICC in Tennessee. In case anybody doesn't know what that is, let's pull that up here. This convention here, I can say confidently. By the way, Dre, good to see you. Make sure I catch everybody. I say hi to Marvelous. Cool. That's right. Marvelous has a stream starting at 9 p.m. Make sure you check that out. Actually, I'll try to pin it in the chat before we leave. ICC is goals, because this started off as like a bunch of friends who were like, why don't we make our own Star Wars like show where you can go buy, sell, trade like vintage Star Wars figures and stuff like that. And in a matter of years, I want to say less than 5, it's blown up to the point where they have freaking like the Emperor is going to show up to this thing.
Oh wow!
There's a bunch of
That's
celebrities
cool.
going to this thing. Do they have the year they started here? No. Yeah, as a fan. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was going to ask a question. Is this what I saw something where the armorer posted she's with Danny Trejo at something. Is that
Yeah.
this?
I think so. Yeah,
Cool.
2018. That's when they started. And
Wow,
they
so in less than 10 years, they've got big names coming to this thing, and it's just a bunch of stuff that basically guys like us created.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's
And
not, if that doesn't, what do you call it? Fill you with confidence about what we can do. I don't know what will.
yeah. So look, going down the list here, Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be there. I mean, come on. Charlie
Wow.
Cox is going to be there. Yeah, Ian McDermott. It's wild. It is absolutely wild. And something I like that Kenobi said was, it's almost like a reunion, but for YouTubers that never met each other. Because there's so many YouTubers going to this that went last year. I feel like last year was the year that like took it to the next level. So many YouTubers went there that had never met before, but we all interact with each other, doing this.
Right.
So even this year, I kind of like feel like an a-hole not going because there's like so many people going to it. But yeah, it's wild. But yeah, even the guy from Christmas Story, that's great.
So you're saying next year we need to have a presence.
We need to have a presence next year. Yeah.
Okay. I think we can. We have a whole year. I think we can probably do something still at the last minute and make it
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah, we can probably plan it out. Oh, Freddie Prinze isn't going to go. He was supposed to go.
Oh, what?
I got beef with Freddie. I kind of want to talk it out with him.
What's your beef? I think I know, but
I think I talked about it last year, last week. I can't remember. But Freddie might be doing a heel turn, a wrestling heel turn. For anybody who doesn't know, that means like you're becoming the bad guy and doing bad guy things. And he's just been like shitting on the Star Wars fans, like people who take it like too seriously. And that's been bothering me. It's been bothering me because I'm like, how important the hardcore fan base is, considering he used to write for WWE and now is involved in Star Wars. So like, how important that group is. And he's been shitting on that group. He's even the video the other day, he's like, you know what? I hate fan films. Like, don't send me your fan film. I don't care. I don't want to watch it. And I'm like, I think you're doing that on purpose. I think he might be doing it on purpose. So
I mean, even if he is, you got to wonder what his end game is on that, because it's not wrestling. He's saying this as himself. So what's he going to do? Turn around and be like, no, I was just kidding. And here's Freddie Prinze Jr.'s, con where I want all fan films shown all the time. Kidding, guys. Just kidding, like that.
might be.
You got to wonder how that's going to play out for him.
Might be. Obviously, Jose, good to see you, brother. Still got my other sticker. I put the one sticker on the table. Got to find a spot for this other one. Also, I need to know 3 things you love and want for your birthday. Yeah, what do I want for my birthday outside of like $1 million and whiskey?
And 1 million subscribers.
1 million subscribers, that would be, yeah, I would actually trade $1 million for 1 million subscribers. I can confidently say that.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I think if we got this group to 1 million, the amount of things we can do, like even to think some of those guests, right, that go to like ICC now, like because ICC is that big, I think we could even get like celebrity guests on the show if we were at 1 million.
Yeah.
That'd be so
We
dope.
can be like, we can get guests like Legacy's been having, fucking legit Power Rangers and
Oh
whatnot.
God,
And
yeah,
I'm not saying that in case my tone is off. I'm not saying that as a joke or against him at all. I'm fucking jealous that he's
legit.
gotten to sit down with these people. If anything, there's a little bit of envy and possible hate,
For
just all
sure,
jealousy hate though, not like anything else. But
for sure.
yeah,
You
actually,
know,
I'm a bad creator because I have to still watch some of his interviews. I've just been like, he sat down with him. No, I'm not ready to.
anger, anger,
Yeah, I'm just like, oh,
anger.
I should watch it and I should support him, but I'm jealous it's not me.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. You know, do you remember this? The beef when JDF was going at Jean Claude. Do you remember when that was the thing?
No, I didn't, and I didn't see anything about that. I didn't see that video that he posted. That's the first thing I noticed. Like, what the hell is that? I didn't know the two of them had it in for each other.
Yeah, man. That's like the golden age. So I put the video in the link. Make sure you guys all check that out, of course. Drop some likes on it, subscribe, of course. This is like the golden age, right? This is when everybody's beefing with everybody for like no reason whatsoever. Like JDF is beefing with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Wesley Snipes is beefing with Joe Rogan. Michael Jai White is like, I'll fight anybody. Just give me anybody. Like everybody was like coming at each other for like no reason whatsoever. But Jean-Claude, he where is it? Is there the other? Did he repost the clip? I thought he had the clip when they are. Yeah. Like Jean-Claude was talking shit about I can kick their asses, And Jason David Frank's like, yeah, all right, let's do it then. And then Jean-Claude finally meets him in person. It was like, hey. But in Jean-Claude's defense, he was probably drunk and high because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're Jean-Claude Van Damme, what are you going to do these days?
Yeah. I mean, in Expendables, let me pull that.
I want to know how high he was for making that film.
Very.
You can tell.
I want to play clips. I just don't want to get pulled. All right, so I'm just gonna do this.
Even if you don't have the sound on, it's a risk.
It's a risk, yeah.
Oh boy.
So
then the video I sent you to edit is totally going to get pulled. Just so you know.
I'll figure it out. So Jean-Claude plays Villien. That's the character name. Again, fantastic writing by the one and only Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
I didn't see the clips. Must have been on that Benjamin Button juice. Which clips? The JDF one? Let me know. Anyway, yeah, Stallone, amazing writer. I highly recommend. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong here. The Expendables documentary. Yes. All right. For a second, I thought I made this whole thing up. I was like, I swear to God, there's a documentary on the Expendables. There is. Inferno, the making of the Expendables. Watch this. This is
Paramount Plus. I can do that.
This is required watching because there's a scene in this. Let's see if that's on the internet. I will take a flag for it. There's a scene where I won't be able to find it. He is in his office and his desk is just a mess. Papers everywhere. And then like his assistant or whoever walks up to him and he's just like, here, take this page, take this page, take this page. And it's the script. It's the script of Expendables out of order. Just here, like take it. And when I watched that movie again after watching the documentary, I was like, that all makes sense. Because you have Terry Crews over there being like, man, I wish I could like start knitting. And then Jet Li in the same scene, the camera cuts to him. Jet Li's like, you think you could kick my ass? And then it cuts to Randy Couture. And he's like, I like Ferraris. And you're like, they're just so all over the place in that movie. I'm like, I believe that's how the script was put together. But going back to our boy, so he gets the call to come back for the movie, and he is revitalized. He is like, hell yeah, the gang's back together, even though we never made a movie together, but we're all back together. All the stars of the 80s, we're here, we're doing this. They go out there to, I don't know, the Czech Republic or something to shoot this movie, and my man goes full on 80s Jean-Claude. He is out all night drinking and doing everything under the sun and everybody under the sun. And they are dragging him back to set every day to do the shoots. So that's why he wears sunglasses the entire movie. And B, that's why he's also so like kind of lethargic as a character. Like he's just, because he's gone. He's gone. It's amazing. I love this movie.
I'm gonna have to watch that later. Before you get off Google there, I can't remember the exact title, but you want to talk about another man from the 80s got a new gig over at Netflix. Did we talk about that one last week?
Yeah, we never discussed that actually.
What do you call it? Stallone. I'm still stuck on the debate from last week, which is we have to talk about that on another show. But Schwarzenegger is the action developer for Netflix or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a new series out too on Netflix soon. So that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Just because I'm sure it'll be ridiculous. Okay, Chief Action Officer, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder what that means. Like, are people gonna bring him like properties and they're like, hey, this is what we filmed or this is what we're thinking, and he's just like, nah, come back, do it again. Like, is that what he's gonna do? Or are they just paying him and he's like a spokesperson?
I'm assuming, I didn't read anything on it. I just saw like the headline on Netflix on Instagram, and this is the only article I've seen about it on this show right now. I'm assuming he's gonna like actually like kind of like be like a, for lack of a better term, like Kevin Feige, like not necessarily making a universe, but just like he's the godfather of all these action, like of Netflix's new action series in general, whether that's a movie or a series, like like what's the one with Chris Hemsworth, Extraction. Yeah, like if they're gonna make an Extraction 3, which 2 is coming out, I still have to see the first one. But if they're gonna keep that film series going, or if they're gonna become Extraction the series, I'm assuming he's gonna be like having an executive producer credit,
Yeah.
So, which I mean, hey, the guy, he's definitely, I mean, he's got the acting background for it. I don't know. I feel like, see, that's the other thing, like we were talking last week. Has he really been like an executive producer on it, on a lot of stuff? Or if he has, like, I wonder, like, I've never heard of him being as involved in making a movie as in the way Stallone has,
Yeah.
So, who knows? Maybe this is all going to go terrible for them, but hopefully not.
So we got producer on, I exited out.
13.
Yeah. I thought it would like show us the 13. So let me get rid of the actor. All right. So Fubar, Superhero Kindergarten, I have no idea. Iron Mask. Game Changers. Killing Gunther. Oh, all right. Again, we talked about that. Good movie.
That was a good movie. If anybody wants like Arnold in a familiar action setting, but also it's not an action setting you've seen him in before, watch that movie.
Yeah, he's not even in most of it, which is
he's not. That's
crazy.
Like what's great about it.
Yeah,
and not because I don't like him in it, but like the fact that he's in it so little. That's
But it works. It
does.
Aftermath
right, makes sense. And I don't even know what that one is.
I saw that poster and I thought it was Maggie. Different. Maggie's a good movie. Sixth Day, I think we're all good without that one. And of course,
Yeah.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
So good. Director. Tales of the Crypt. He did a Tales of the Crypt episode.
Really?
Christmas in Connecticut.
He directed a TV movie? Wow.
God, I wish I could play this trailer.
Interesting.
Christopherson's in it. Wow. What is this kid from? Who is this kid? That face.
Jimmy Workman?
What movie is that from? I feel like he's a piece of shit, right? He's like the bully in the movie.
He's the bully, or he's the dick older brother. But I don't know where I know him from.
We need to guess. We need
click
some
on it.
guesses in the. No, I want us to guess.
I'm saying I don't have a guess, so
Well, we'll give the chat,
After the chat.
sometime. Yeah, let's see.
well,
Oh man,
I apologize.
what is that movie? Even the hair is so like definitive to the 90s.
Yeah, I probably had that haircut. Probably.
I need a bunch of
I
people.
want to
with that
watch this movie now. I mean, Tony Curtis is in it. Jeez.
hair. Yeah. It is Christmas in Connecticut. I mean, this alone is just. What do you think? What do you think the set was like with Arnold? 4.8 out of 10.
Wow. I mean, I'm sure he was smoking cigars nonstop.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They probably had to remind. I mean, I'm assuming it's not a action movie. He's probably like, "Where are the guns? Where are the guns?
Yeah.
We need a helicopter to come in." And they're like, Mr. Schwarzenegger, it's a Hallmark movie, sir.
Yeah.
There's no.
It does look like a Lifetime movie. Yeah. All right.
And then I hope it degenerated into that clip I've seen where it's like two guys who's like, "You can't yell at me with your 17% body fat." You guys.
Yeah. They're like, dude, we're just asking you to show up to set. Like, we just want you to show up and direct. Oh, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. Read the script. And somebody call James. Actually, he probably calls Cameron Jimmy.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
sure he does.
All right. I'm going to click on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Addams Family. Damn it.
Oh my God, he's Pugsley.
Pugsley.
Oh, I knew that fate. Oh, and the photo is in the damn striped shirt too.
It is, yeah.
Oh. Has
He's
he
in
done anything
Star
else
Trek
aside from
Insurrection.
those three things? What?
And that's Star Trek. Transportation Department.
Oh, he made the switch over to crew though.
Oh, yes.
All right, fair enough.
Does he drive the limo? Is that what that means?
Maybe.
Shout out to limo drivers. Yeah, he did not really do a lot. He was a bully in Matlock, apparently. There you go.
Fair enough.
Pugsley.
He was in Black Sheep
Yeah.
as
great
a
movie.
uncredited.
Yeah, so they probably cut his part out.
Yeah. Oh, actually, speaking of uncredited, another
Mhm.
thing, totally jumping topics. I sent it to the chat earlier today. I don't have a time machine, I swear. Apparently HBO Max is now Max.
Oh, yeah.
They changed, like, I haven't looked into it beyond the thing I sent you guys, but apparently if you're a director or the screenwriter or the producer, it doesn't matter. You're just the creators. And apparently all the different unions are like really pissed off about that.
Yeah. I guess I
Yep,
can.
see?
I'll take it off the notes for Monday's show because I had that on there. But I'm not mad.
Oops.
No, it's fine. It is crazy. It is crazy. They just like remove them all from from what they do to just put in creators.
Yeah.
Look at that. Martin Scorsese was put in there as creator.
You know what's funny? I didn't see this article, but when I saw it, I was talking to somebody else, and I was like, imagine you're going to say Martin Scorsese. He's not the greatest, one of the greatest directors, if not the greatest director of the last whatever 50 years. No, no, no. He's one of the greatest creators. He'd probably like, he's too old now, but he'd probably get like one of the young Italian mob guys to go beat you up.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. The LA Times and I fall in line. I don't know if I should be happy or concerned about that.
Yeah. I mean, this writer strike is causing issues. I mean, the other one today, Ryan Reynolds, and well, I'm gonna keep saying him even because he's a star of the movie, and I think he's powerful in Hollywood. I don't think anybody disagrees, but Deadpool moving forward despite the strike. So for that, oh, you didn't see that either?
No.
Let's see.
Does it matter if the script and everything was locked?
So that's how they're doing it. They started the filming, and the stipulation, let's see if they have it here.
I didn't even know that. I'm sorry to cut you off. I didn't even know they started filming. Man, you should definitely not send me my check this month.
So here's the part. While that's possible, when the script has already been written and the production start date for Deadpool 3 had already been set for May, so the script likely was already completed. It does mean that any of the writer duties that might crop up during production will be impacted. The job of the writer is not stop once the script is over. It's often essential to have writers available on set to adjust the story and give constructive notes during production. So, here we go. That means that star Ryan Reynolds, whose constant quips are an essential aspect of his Deadpool performance, will not be allowed to improvise any lines during production while the strike is ongoing.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
all right, yeah,
that's major.
I'm actually really surprised that improving lines. If anything, I would have thought they would have relied even more on him improving a line. Like, okay, we can't. We shot the scene on the page. Now, we can't. We need a couple alternatives. Go, and he just goes off and like I'm shocked. I wonder. I mean, I guess they're going to have to do that, otherwise they're probably going to get in major trouble with the union.
Yeah. No, and to Patrick's point, I think that's correct. I think I remember that too. Which, that movie's absolute trash. But I was trying to also figure out in my head how that works, as you were kind of saying. And I was remembering Raiders of the Lost Ark. And in Raiders of the Lost Ark, one of the most famous improvs that became an iconic scene is when the sword man comes out, does the thing, Harrison Ford takes his gun out, shoots him, and walks off. So he did that during the filming, and they were like, oh, stop. That's actually awesome. I know you got to go take a dump. Go do that. Come back, and let's do that. So then they write it into the script and into the movie. So I think that's what happens. They'll do stuff. They'd be like, oh, whoa, that's way better. Go back, erase, add that in. Let's do it. Then we could do takes on it and all that stuff. I think one of the few, I say few because I'm only going based on video essays and stuff I've seen. But I think one of the few times they kept an accidental in the movie as that's the only take. This scene, the beach scene in Casino Royale. So, this was one of the iconic parts of the commercial. And they said the water was actually supposed to be chest height. So they're doing the shot. He's walking. They had no idea there was a sand dune there. So as he's walking, he's out on top of the sand dune. Now it's below, at his crotch essentially. And they're like, you know what? We're not even going to reshoot that. We're going to keep that. And it worked.
You know what? There's something in here for the guys. Now we're going to get some women into the seats.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk about a series that fell from grace, man. Like, this movie was so good. So good.
Yeah. So, I mean, of his movies, and I think we always forget when we start to talk about these, but yeah, Casino Royale, amazing. Uh, Quantum of Solace, not amazing. And then I always forget the other ones after that. But like, if they ended it with Spectre, totally happy if they let it go out like that.
Yeah.
Even no, I mean, I'm sorry.
Skyfall.
So he did five. Lose Quantum of Solace and No Time to Die. Skyfall's great, and Spectre's just amazing. And he should have ended it there. But
Is Skyfall's the one with, or no, Spectre's the one that have Dave Bautista in it, right? I think Bautista's in.
yeah, no. Yes, Spectre has Batista. He's like the bad guy who barely ever speaks.
Yeah.
And Skyfall, I can't for the life of me remember the actor's name, even though I know he's a huge guy. Skyfall has the villain who was an old MI6 agent who got burned and comes back for revenge, and that's
Javier
Judi
Bardem.
Javier. That's
Yeah.
Judi Dench's exit as M.
Yeah. Actually, Andrew has a really good point here. By the way, welcome. I don't think you've been on live before. Here's the angle.
That's actually a friend of mine. Hey, Andrew.
Oh, there you go. You can't see Deadpool's mouth when his mask is on. They can have Ryan Reynolds improvise lines. Sorry, the time got in my way. Improvise lines all he wants in post. Yeah, I was thinking that too. But I think it could mess up because I mean you still got to have the you got to have the hand motions, the body movement to whatever you're saying. You know.
Yeah, and then you got to have people reacting to it. I guess obviously, right?
Mm-hmm. Lenny says, I really like No Time to Die. Really surprised me. It was my favorite since Casino Royale. My friend Chris and I joke about this series all the time because in Casino Royale, you know, we're coming off, by the way, shout out Pierce Brosnan. He got shafted, no pun intended, on the series. Like, he legit thought he was coming back for Casino Royale because he found out they were going to put another James Bond into production. And then they're like, oh, no, sorry, they cast somebody else. Like, he found out after, like, Daniel Craig already got it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There was no, the movie's done. All right, sit down, sir. Here's your slip. Thanks for your service. That didn't happen. Literally found out when Daniel Craig started shooting or around that time.
Ooh, that had to hurt.
Yeah. Casino Royale comes out and it's promoted as a like prequel to all of it. And, you know, because it's a prequel, he's like younger, he's more rugged, you know, he's gonna be more violent because he still hasn't got like that charm and all that stuff yet. And then you get to Quantum of Solace and he's like, yeah, I retired. And I'm like, what happened in the middle? Like, how do we jump to that where they're just like, dude, come back. No, you're done. No, you're out of here. Like, we did not get any transition to like him becoming the Bond of old. You know, he kind of towed a line of Timothy Dalton. Terrible. Terrible.
I should never really realize that.
Oh yeah, go back and watch the first one. The first one, I think it's so good because he gets beat up. You know, he messes up. And it's kind of like him just learning. It's Kingsman. He's learning how to do this job. He's more advanced than Kingsman, but he's learning how to be a spy. And then once you get to Quantum of Solace and Skyfall, they're like, "Oh, where have you been? I thought you retired. Oh, I guess I'm back." You know, like,
right. Well,
what the fuck.
I remember that for Skyfall, but yeah, Quantum of Solace. I mean, I generally don't go back and watch that again.
Yeah.
Like if I ever see Casino or Skyfall or Spectre, I sit down if I can and I stop and watch. But if Quantum's on, maybe I'll put it on in the background, but that's about it.
James Bond's a series, and I mean Mission Impossible too. There's so many of them, and things get a little blurred that every time a new movie comes out, I have to watch one of those. Here's a reminder of what happened previously. Like,
yeah,
every single time.
Oh, totally.
Before I wrap, was I crazy in my, speculation that Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 kills the summer and the only movie that maybe has a chance is Ninja Turtles? Was I talking crazy, or is that seem accurate?
You think Ninja Turtles has a chance? You think Ninja
Oh,
Turtles is going to be?
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say, it was like,
boo me.
maybe we got to change what you put in the glasses on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Just like I was worried about what you had for coffee the other day.
That is true.
Or not for coffee, for the ramble.
You saw this and you thought it was beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think Tom Cruise is going to be like, after his last summer movie, which is going to be insane to even try to come close to. But I think people are going to ride that Tom Cruise train, and because Spider-Man is still like, even though as popular as this whole thing is, people are going to be like, oh, it's a cartoon, it's for kids. Even though it's not, I don't think it is. They're not really marketing it for kids. It seems like Spider-Man 2099 is going to have murder in his heart for Miles, so that's not very kid friendly. But I still think that's going to be the perception. And again, I think people are going to just be riding the Top Gun 2 train and be like, oh, Tom Cruise is a man, which he is. And I think Dead Reckoning murders this summer.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the only way it doesn't is if the reviews are terrible. That's the only way it doesn't.
Yeah, but Top Gun 2 didn't really get any bad reviews, right?
No.
Like, it was pretty much universally praised.
I think it wasn't even the fact that it got good reviews. I think it was the biggest selling point on Top Gun was people saying you need to see this in theaters. Like it wasn't, oh, it's an homage, oh, it's this, it's that. It's like, no, like you have to sit there and see this in theaters. It does no justice to sit at home. I think that's what pushed it over the edge.
Gotcha. And not that you can do it now, but if you never saw it in theaters, if there's ever a one-night showing someplace, boys and girls, go do yourself a favor and watch that on a big screen.
Yeah.
I don't want it to do bad by any means, but I think Dead Reckoning, like, I'm very excited for that. Like, that's like a summer movie, obviously. But it's actually crazy because, like, we're conflicted about this other movie. To jump real quick, which movie I'm going to say, with He Who Can't Be Canceled. And the fact that Cruise supposedly praised that movie, and then like you say, they're showing all the trailers and all the early access review guys are praising it, and it's like, well, yeah, because you've got access, you probably have to.
Yeah,
it's so hard. Like, whereas I have no doubt about like that being the movie of the summer, I'm so worried about The Flash, and I'm also like, wait a minute, Tom Cruise said it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Could it possibly be the movie of the summer? Like, is there any room for it in there? Like, if you can somehow separate all the stuff that happened behind the scene, or not even behind the scenes, like after the fact, when the cameras for the movie weren't even rolling.
Yep.
It's, ugh. And I still have to make myself sit down and watch the CW's Flash and see how he ends.
Yeah, we got to watch the finale. Yeah, that just came out this week.
Yeah, it's part of a 3 or 4-parter though. So.
Mm-hmm. Lenny brings up a good point. Did Tom Cruise sell last year, or did Top Gun? I think it was Tom Cruise. I don't think. I mean, Top Gun is part of that equation, but I truly think it's Top Gun. Mission Impossible will do great, but I don't know if it sells any better than John Wick, Fast 9, or Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think you're wrong. That one, I think you're wrong. Let's just look real quick. Sorry, that sounded very like I'm gonna kick your ass.
It really did. Like, you're coming after Lenny right now.
Yeah, that's not my
He has
intention.
a trick knee, Lenny. You can take him.
Yeah, I've got like 2 trick knees. So a lot of things I've been following.
And you sell bicycle exercise machines.
Yes. I'm fat and I sell bicycles. So, where is it? I keep skipping it. What was last? Fallout was the last one, right?
Fallout was the last one.
Henry Cavill. 178 million. Opening was 61. So things have been falling in line with their predecessors. So if it opens at 61, let's see. Lifetime gross 220 domestic. All right, now let's look at Top Gun. This opened 126. And this is opening weekend. 126. Now, you can argue it's like the first, well, no, it's not even the first big thing since lockdown. It's way after that.
I think it's the first big movie because like Endgame and all that happened before the pandemic. So, there wasn't any big like Avengers level movie about to drop that I remember,
Mm-hmm.
So, and like he was like everybody had heard the stories about how, Cruise was like, no, we're not releasing it
Right.
for, we're not, it has to be seen in the movie, it has to be seen in the movie. I feel like even people who don't pay close attention to this, like, I don't know if he's in the chat, but if he is, Josh, I feel like even you were like, oh yeah, he doesn't want it seen in the movie theater. So that's interesting, so yeah, Lenny the Batman did come out, but that also was like, it was weird because they were dropping it in like, they dropped it in like late winter, early spring. So that wasn't even, it was weird because I was like, they're not dropping it in the summer, so I don't know. But yeah, I think it's Tom Cruise that's going to sell because like I mean people who like saw the original Top Gun were like, oh my God, he's going back to this. He must really be running out of money or ideas or something. And then like I was hesitant too, but then I was totally blown away. So like there was that trepidation about it. So you can't even say that like I mean the nostalgia factor, that's a thing in the early '90s, but not 30 years after fact.
This one that's a higher open than I thought. 134 for the Batman. Looks like I got to start a list on 2022 as well. Came out around the same time as Wick 4 this year.
Yeah. What's 4 up to while you're doing this?
John Wick.
Yeah.
5th place on the year.
Oh, I meant box office. Oh, box office is it's 5th place. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm dumb. I'm looking at my TV still, and there's a delay when I have my iPad running the eCam.
It's hilarious that Ant-Man's still top 5. But the one that will never catch anything is Shazam, unfortunately. It just keeps on getting pushed down.
Damn.
Fast X opened up at 67. It definitely opens up bigger than Fast X. This thing's got to open up at 100. I'm going to clip this so I have evidence. Top Gun has to open up at 100.
Mission Impossible.
100. Yes. Thank you. Mission Impossible has to open up at 100. And I think
look, he just got here. Hey, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Spider-Man opens. I think it's possible it's in this ballpark. But I think when we get to the end of the year on who made the most, I think Mission Impossible is going to beat it.
Yeah. I'm saying that it makes the most and it destroys the summer.
Destroys the summer, yeah.
I'm staying on the Tom Cruise train. He won last summer.
Yeah.
And
he can do it again.
Yeah.
Flash is tracking only for like 70. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm telling you, man, people really are not messing with the Flash movie. Like, I think this, we keep looking at the numbers here. When we look at the opening, and then we'll call it an episode. When we look at the opening, this is domestic only, right? So domestic tells a tale, but the international really is what makes and breaks that who wins at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it's going to be really tough because I think Asia is really messing with Spider-Man 2. Like I was looking at a picture today of an entire store in Hong Kong for Spider-Verse, which was trippy to me because we know what happened with The Force Awakens, where they took Finn out of everything for the sake of like pushing the movie, and the fact that Miles is like on a storefront in China, I think Spider-Man has a shot, but Tom Cruise, man, is freaking does not miss. Does not miss. Fast X did 300 million international. Let's go down to. It did a lot. That's a lot. 270. Yeah.
That is a lot. I mean, like, I'm not trying. I mean, I'm knocking it in terms of like, did we really have to get to 10 or potentially 13 of these movies? But like, it does
Right.
have its appeal. I'm not saying it doesn't have its appeal. It's just we didn't need it. We didn't need it.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. But my man's just not going to stop.
No. Well, like, I mean, even in that clip you played back at the beginning of the show, he's like, the sooner I wrap up this, the sooner I can get the sequels, the spin-offs off the ground.
Yeah.
And like, even the interviewer was probably like, what?
Mhm.
What? We need more? What? And they're probably like in her earpiece, like, react. And he had to react for her. So,
But he's like,
yeah.
it's crazy. Like I've never seen a franchise just like not be awesome and make so much money. Like he's just going to keep going. Like he has no reason to, like, I'd almost be mad if he stopped doing it at this point. You know? Opposite end of that spectrum, Indiana Jones, but we'll talk about that on a different one.
Yeah, we'll get to that one later.
We'll get to that. Anything else you want to hit on before we wrap today's episode?
I just want to say, I said it in the chat, but to just say it so everybody can hear it. I knew it wasn't an easy job, but after dipping my toe in the video editing, assembling of a video to go up on YouTube world, so much more respect for everything you guys do. You, Aaron, everybody else, everybody in the chat. Hats off to all you guys, because it took me like hours and hours and 4 days to just edit a little 20-minute thing.
I appreciate it.
So.
It is, I will say, it is easier on a computer or an iPad with a keyboard. I can say that. But no, it's a lot of people sleep on how difficult it could be at times to put out some YouTube videos. And I think that's what makes a lot of us mad when we see somebody who puts in like no effort and their videos blow up. It's like, God damn it. But you know, it's the content over the editing. That's kind of the rule you got to roll with. So
Gotcha.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was fun. Try doing it blind. Yes. Dude, talk about a mic drop. That is the greatest mic drop I think we've ever had on this show.
Oh, God.
Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for going into OT with us. Actually, you know what? Let me put a link in the chat real quick. Make sure you guys head over to Marvelous Wrestling Collectibles. He was in the chat earlier today. Head over there. That's the after party. I'm usually there after the stream every Thursday. 8:15 I'm here. 9 o'clock I'm over there. HeyArcher Live. Monday morning, 9 a.m., we have Nerdy Coffee. Will any of us see Fast this weekend? I don't know. But we're definitely seeing Spider-Man next weekend. So that will definitely happen. John Wick 4 review dropping hopefully this weekend. More shorts. Head over to TikTok for that. Instagram for that. Hey, maybe we're going to Photoshop some Spider-Man premiere photos. I don't know. But like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to all you nerds in the next episode. Join the Nerd Foundation up there. Peace. We're out of here. I almost hit the wrong button again. Say bye, Anthony.
Bye, Anthony.
2016 says I just whipped your ass.